Hi. Peace.
Okay, most people move out of their parents' house to get freedom. Ironically, how this only means even more responsibility and a longing to be back at home. Moving out of my parents' house has affected my life in 3 ways. Firstly, I've learned the value of $1. Second, I now have greater family appreciation. Third, I learned that the best way to lose a friend is to live with them. Here's a quote I found on the value of $1. I've tried to teach people there are 3 kicks in every dollar. 1 when you make it, 2 when you have it, the 3rd kick is when you give it away, and that's the biggest kick of all. This is by William Allen White. For the value of $1, when I was living at home, I was provided with all of my basic necessities. My parents would pay for everything like food, clothing, shelter. But whenever I moved out on my own, I had to buy them for myself, which gave me a realization of living expenses. Not only do I have to buy my own necessities, but I have to earn my own money, which requires me to work more. And this money doesn't go toward nights on the town, but rather like my rent and food and stuff that I need. So that gave me a new understanding of the value of $1. Second, family appreciation. Here's another quote I found. Enjoy the little things in life, for one day you may look back and realize they were the big things. Living away from my family made me appreciate the little things they did that I never appreciated when I was living with them. According to a recent survey, 7% of college students are living at home with their parents. The other 93% are living away from their loving and providing families. It's the little things you begin to miss, such as being tucked in at night and being cared for when you're sick and sharing your life with your siblings. Before I moved out from my house, my mom and I were not getting along very well. Like, we would always be fighting and our personalities just clashed. We wouldn't agree on anything like curfew and stuff like that. But when I moved back home, since I missed having her so much, and I just realized all the little things she did for me that really mattered, and I just wasn't appreciating them back then. But since I didn't have her around anymore, it made me realize how important they were, and that made our relationship stronger. As for living with your friend, here's another quote I found. It's amazing how the quirky things you used to like about your best friend can begin to drive you crazy when you're around it 24/7, and that's by Susan Fay. You always hear that you should never live with your best friend in college. Well, if you're always hearing this, why do college students keep doing this? And it's because they always think they're the exception to the rule, that their friendship is so strong that there's nothing that can destroy it, but usually it ends up happening. One of the little things about my best friend that I loved was the quirky sayings and the funny little habits she had, but they just started becoming annoying after living with her and being around her 24/7. Like, if she's just your friend and you're living at your parents' house, you can go home and leave your friend and it's all good, but being around it, like when you have to go to bed, it gets annoying after a while. Moving away from home can lead to many good things, but one must also think about the bad things that can come out of it. In closing, moving has helped me learn the value of $1, family appreciation, and that I should consider many things before moving in with a good friend. My purpose of moving out was to get away from my parents. What I actually gained was the knowledge of these 3 things.
All right, good job.